Hey Coder, so in this video I'm going to show you how to integrate GitHub's Mona and even Hubot, if you wanted to, fonts into your application. And I'm going to talk about two things: why you might want to do it and the problem that I've experienced doing it. So let's get into it. So the first thing I want to do is head over to Mona Sans on GitHub. So here's the font that I want to download. And just scroll down here to download Mona Sans. So when you do that, it'll pop open this area here. Just click on the zip file as you normally would, and that should pop up in your downloads folder, whether you're using a Mac or whatever. If you double click into that, there's a file here that we need, monasans.woff2. So what I'm going to do, WOF2, I don't even know how you're supposed to pronounce that, by the way, I'm ashamed to tell you. I'm going to go here into public, and I'm going to actually just put that straight there into my public folder. So I'm just going to drag it in like this. And if you're wondering what I'm using here, by the way, if you saw the previous video, I'm using Qwik JS. So you could be doing this with React or Next or whatever you're doing it with. I'm using Qwik JS here. And if you want to know why, just go and check out the previous video. And if I go down here to my global CSS, I want to go and add that in here. So what I need to do is go back here to Mona. And it would be the same if I was using Hubot, by the way, and scroll down and just copy basically what they give you here, right? So just copy this and paste it in here. There we are. And then the other thing that I need to do is just take this so that I can preload it down to, depending on where you load your initial meta tags, etc., for whatever framework you're working with. Here I'm using Qwik again, so I'm actually going to just go and put this in here. Now let's actually go and make sure that we can see whether or not it's done. So what I'm going to do here is comment that out. Now, one of the mistakes I realize I've made here is I've actually put this in the image folder here. So let me just move that up to public and go and hit save again on that. So let's go back here. And now you can see I've got this Mona Sans, basically this Mona Sans font going on. Now, what's cool about it, the reason why you might want to do this is, let's say I'm now here in whatever it is, right? So I've got my logo here and I want to change stuff about this font. Well, I can go here into my logo. So I go to components and I'm going to go here into logo. And here's my logo component. And I'm going to give this a class. I'm going to call it Mona class, or just Mona is fine. And then what I'm going to do in logo.css is I'm going to add a class for Mona here. And I can go and change the font weight and the font stretch. So I can say, right, I want this to be a font weight of 200, so very light. And I want it to be a stretch of 125%. So if I do that and I go back over to this here, you can see it's now gone very light, right? So I could now change my mind on that and say, right, let's actually make this a font weight of 900. And now it looks like that. So neither looks good. Let's go back here, 300. And there you go. So this is something that's really cool about Mona. I can also say, okay, actually make this 90% in terms of the stretch. So now you can see it's kind of squashed that text over there. And it just looks nice. It's a cool font. Now, one of the issues that I have about it is, you'll see here I'm on the home page. If I click on the About page, it's still there. But if I refresh the About page, it all disappears. It's gone. And if I go back to the home page, it's still gone. But if I reload and refresh that page, it comes back. I don't know how to fix that. I don't know what's causing it. I don't know if it's a Qwik thing. I don't know if it's a framework thing. I don't know if it's a GitHub thing. If you know, definitely put it in the comments. But hopefully this video has shown you how to at least go and get the GitHub font into your project. If you're getting bored of the project you're working on and you're wanting to do something different and you're not doing what you should be, shut up and code.